Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. What's up? This is Noble. Welcome to Insider Trading. I'm a little late. I was at Starbucks. They was taking all day. I was like, I gotta get home. I got some people to talk to. So I'm here. All right. I'm going to dive right in. I know I asked about 20 people from Insider Trading to hop on with me. Probably got about 25, 30 guys who are coming, which is great. So we got a few things I want to cover today as the music slowly fades. One, my name is Noble Woods. I've been trading since 2008. I love stats. I got my MBA. I started making some money. Took a journey on this trading thing. 15 years later, I now have my own methodology that I teach, that I apply to any and every market. It uses statistics as a base. It's amazing. It's the most powerful method you will hear anybody talk about. And I'm probably the only person that even claims to have the most superior method, because trading is data analysis. And what I learned in my MBA and what I got from Bank of America is understanding the data and being able to approach it with the right type of analysis matters. So you're going to get something a little bit different from me than you probably get from most people that you watch on YouTube, which is just sound information based on statistics and not me. I didn't create stats, but they matter in every part of life, right? So we're gonna have some fun today. Let me first see who's on here with me. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. Where you at? Let me know. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, you should be able to type it in. Interactive show. I got a few of you guys who have already given me stocks that you want me to take a look at. I'm gonna do that today. But I'm also trying to get just a little bit more familiar with this technology. Okay, let me see. I should be able to. There we go. All right, I can pop it up on screen. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make sure I could pop stuff up on screen so you guys can see other people's comments. Kavan, what's up, bro? And then let me figure out how to take this off the screen. Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. Kavan is out in Cali. Cali, what's up? What's up? Cali. I've been listening to a lot of Kendrick lately. You probably know why. Angela said, "Hello, sir. Watching from Orlando, Florida." That's what's up. How you doing? Glad to have you. I know some of you guys are probably at lunch, so I started a little bit late, but we'll be done by 1. All right. Cassandra, what's up? How you doing? One of my favorite students and people. I know I ain't supposed to say that, but all of y'all are my favorites. If you talk to me a lot, you really become my favorite. Yolanda Nash said Houston, Texas, CST. That's what's up. I haven't spent a lot of time in Houston. I've been in Dallas a lot last few years. Not Houston, though. I got to come to Houston. I got to get back out. I need to get back to my old events I used to do. I'm going to need y'all to help me, though. We'll get there. Next year, I got a whole different game plan for all of this. I've been kind of building. Last 4 years have been a lot of building, refining. All right, this is I just started my 7th iteration of my options class. I think I'm done. Meaning I really do think I've created the perfect way to teach options. I really do. And I got people making, 4, 5, a couple dabbling right there at that 6 a month. Ooh. So results matter. So anyway, okay, let's do this. Let me pull up my notes. So I got a futures class starting October 14th. If you're interested in futures, just keep watching. I'll give you guys some information. I don't even have the links or anything ready, but futures class is coming. Just gonna say that real quick. Today, what we're gonna talk about, politics. Sensitive topic. Ooh, y'all get upset about politics. I don't really know why. Everybody can vote. It's a democratic process. If your guy or your girl or your whoever doesn't win, they just don't win. That's the name of the game. The most people who vote, that's who gets to be the president. That's who, right? All you can do is vote. We spend all this time debating, going back and forth, all this anger and vitriol. You probably want to put all that energy into something else, a little bit more positive and more productive. So the new president, let me say this to y'all. The new president is not going to control the stock market. They influence policy, yes. They impact the economy, yes. I don't care who the president is. Noble's still going to eat. All right, so I'm trying to make a very clear point. In our room, Insider Trading, amazing group on Facebook. We started 10 years ago, about 30,000 people in it. I'd invite you to join if you want a great community of good people, all races, all colors, people trying to get this, mastering this. Millionaires, thousandaires, dreamers, all in the room. Hardworking people. Y'all want the same thing. We all trying to protect our families. That's all we trying to do. Live a little, have some comforts in life, be able to take care of the grandparents, the kids, right? Friends, if they need help. We all doing the same thing. We really are. So today I'm not going to get like political at all. At all. I got an opinion. I got a lot of opinions. I'm also a Christian. No, let me take that back. I'm also a Jesus follower. I don't know what y'all mean when y'all say Christian. And what I'm gonna just say, the one religious spiritual statement I'll say is Jesus is not inherently Republican or Democrat. That's what literally tells me you don't really know him. Might step on some toes. Sometimes you have to. So I'm gonna pull back. Y'all know who I rock with. It's Team Jesus all day. I think the conservatives have some policies I agree with. Democrats have some policies I agree with. Neither one is a perfect solution. Neither one will bring us the peace and love and the heart change we really need. If you followed all the laws perfectly, we still would have broken families and broken hearts and like a broken world. So it's like, okay, cool. We all vote. Whoever wins gets 4 years. All right. We all submit to that, right? The great thing about this country. So the new president, whether it's Trump or Kamala Harris, on a lot of different factors we could talk about, sure, it matters. But when it comes to the market, let me pull some charts up. We're going to talk about presidents. I'm going to show you now. I'm going to jump to the S&P. We're going to look at the S&P for the last. Actually, we're going to look at S&P for this year. We're going to talk about a bearish season, which is August, September, October. We're still in it. I know we just made some new highs. I'm not saying we're bearish all 3 of those months, but wait till I show you what happened this season. All right. I'll pop some indicators on my chart. I'll give you a high-level view of what I mean when I say this Noblewoods method, and when I say I use a statistical lens. What does that even mean? I'll walk through that real quick, and then I'll analyze some of you guys' stocks from Insider Trading. And I don't think I got a lot from Insider Trading. So for you guys who are on, you guys who are actually on watching me live, you can submit and let me know what you want me to take a look at. I think the only one I actually got was like NVIDIA. Probably because I should have made a whole different post, right? So cool. Okay, so let's do this. Let me get rid of that. And I should make, let me see. Let me make this just a little, let me make this a little smaller. Shrink me just a little bit. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. See, now I'm messing with stuff. Let me just leave this thing alone. Let me just leave this thing alone. Okay. And I'll actually start from a blank chart. So let's have some fun. Trump to Biden. Biden to now. Let me go to the quarterly chart because I want to see years. I want to see president's impact. Somebody help me out. When was Trump's presidency? What years did Trump have his 4 years? Your brain kind of slows down when you're doing stuff live that you didn't plan to do. Like I wasn't planning to do this, but I just, kind of on the spot was like, let me do it real quick. So what years? What years was that? Biden has what? When did Biden win? Okay, I'm going to go from Trump's inauguration, which was, I'll change this to a monthly for a second. I just want to look at Trump and Biden. I don't care whether you love Biden or love Trump. That doesn't matter today. We're going to real quick look at Trump. Look at how the market performed when he was in office. Did it matter? Did the Republican, right, all that vitriol, take all of your negative energy that you have towards Trump? Should that have slowed you down from investing? Bad idea. Bad idea. Presidents don't matter when it comes to the market. They don't. So for all my people who just fear right now, you're like, you're super anti-Trump. You better not be anti-market. And if you love Trump for purposes of today, that's cool too. We're gonna take a look at Biden's Well, I should go back to Obama, but we're gonna look at Biden's time too, real quick. So January 2017. Where's January 2017? Let me find it real quick. January, right there. Okay. Let me mark these off. So January is right here, 2017, right there. To January of 2021. Where's 2021? 2021 is right. 2021 is right there. Okay. And then this dotted line is pretty much when beginning of 2024. So I'll make that yellow. All right, so okay. If I go here, I'm gonna change that to quarterly just so we can see it a little bit different. I'm not, I should calculate the percentage. I'll calculate the percentage. From January to the end of Trump's run, if you just consistently invested in the S&P, and this isn't like the compounding, right? So this is almost like if you just put 10,000 or 1,000 or whatever into the market. January, when Trump got elected, and just held it till the end, market was up 66%. If you did that same thing, January, when Biden got elected till now, to right now, 50%. But look at the trend. Look at the trend. Right? This is why my investors, like, we really got to stop. We got to separate the politics, the economy, the macroeconomic environment, all that really complex MBA stuff, half of which I forgot even though I have an MBA. Because what I've learned is that a lot of the things you learn and that you think matter, there's thousands of variables and inputs all that matter when it comes to the stock market. But what really matters is if you're in it. And are you buying? Do you own the S&P, NASDAQ, NVIDIA, Kroger? Something. So let me do this real quick too before I hop to S&P. Here's the problem. I'm going to say it again. I can say this because I've been in a group we started on Facebook to help educate people that we started 10 plus years ago. This is Clorox. Remember everybody was talking about Clorox during COVID? Back down to nothing. Peloton. Remember everybody was going crazy about Peloton? Back down to nothing. What's another COVID stock everybody went crazy about? DKNG, what's that? DraftKings. Look at DraftKings. It's kind of back up. It's moving. It's done something. But a lot of these stocks that people started to invest in because you didn't know what you were doing, people were just buying and quote unquote investing in terrible stocks. All right, which is why every single time I ever do this, I'm going to give you a top line analysis. I'm going to start with the S&P. If it doesn't look like the S&P, if it doesn't flow with the S&P, I don't really know why we're talking about it. If you want to make money, you need to be in the stocks that are actually right now, that are getting the type of volatility, that are trending, that are going higher, that are connecting to the S&P, which just hit brand new highs yesterday. All right. So again, I'm not going to say a lot, but as you can see, if you, because of Trump, said the market is going to be terrible, oh, I don't like Trump, I'm going to stop investing, the market isn't going to do anything, look at the chart. Bad idea. If you're that Republican who said, oh, this Biden administration is going to be so terrible, he's going to tank the market. Did he tank the market? Did either one tank the market? Answer objectively. Throw away all of that. I am a conservative. I am a liberal. Right? Y'all get too deep into this identity stuff. No, these are just policies. Maybe you agree. Maybe you're a bit more conservative. You agree with the conservative ideology at the core. Okay, cool. The problem why people can't be objective is because we place these parties become our identity. You weren't born a Republican or a Democrat. You were born human. And to be a good trader and investor, you have to be emotionally bulletproof. Y'all know we've had a lot of conversations. I've seen them. You've seen them. It's just funny to me. It really is. People get so frazzled. You know, and I'm just like, look, you better focus on what matters. All right, okay, so let's take a deeper look. Let's go to S&P this year. Check out this year. So what I'm going to do, my chart just changed. There's only two indicators. Actually, there's only one indicator on my chart. The top band, this red line, is a 1.0 standard deviation. It's statistics. The definition of volatility. I'm going to say it real quick. Actually, I just forgot it. Definition of volatility. I know we think of speed, how fast something moves. Sure, that's the basic definition. Yes. Okay, you can get that in the beta coefficient. Right? Tesla moves faster than the S&P. Right? Okay, cool. Okay. But if you want to go a little bit deeper, you want a more robust definition of volatility, which is what moves the market. You don't have volatility, you can't make any money. There is no trend if you don't have volatility. All right. Days like today with FOMC, the Fed's talking about what they're going to do on rates and how we're going to manage inflation, which happens today at 2:30. Days like today, the market is just flat. Why? Because nobody's trading, which means there's no volatility. It's not volatile enough to make you money. So day traders like me just kind of chill on FOMC day and wait to see what happens at 2 o'clock, 2:30, 3:30, right as Powell gets to speaking. All right. So volatility is key. To see volatility, understand it, you really have to understand price moving away from its average. Volatility is a statistical measure of price dispersion on some sort of asset, stock market, away from its average. The yellow line, 20-period moving average, it's essentially the average. It's half court. Above it, we're bullish. Below, we're bearish. In a real simple one, like technicals 101. It's half court. It's the median. All right, it's actually the mean. It's the average. All right, picture a bell curve. You ever seen a bell curve? You went to B school like me. Picture a bell curve in your mind right now. That's the average. It's right there. So all the trends, the statistical definition of a trend for Noble Woods is this. If we're above, let me flip back to a quarterly real quick. Actually, I'm going to go to the annual. Let's go to the yearly chart. Look at that. And I'm going to go to actually SPX so you can see the real data. Look at the S&P. Look at that. 2013, we've been above that top band for 11 straight years. That's where all the bullish activity happens. That's where all the higher highs happens. That's where the greatest, this is where the best students, best athletes mathematically, this is where the best are. Right. So if you pull up this 1.0, a positive 1 standard deviation, Bollinger Band, and a negative 1, I don't care who they are. I don't care what they tell you. I don't care how much they've made. I don't care if they're hedge fund managers. I literally do not care who they are. They cannot argue with this, what you're seeing right now. This is statistics actually being applied to a chart. And too many of you guys just get into these trading groups and discords and all this different stuff. And you're trying to make money, but not understanding this is data analysis. All right, so I'm done. Spiel over. Let me go back to the SPY. I'll go back to the SPY. And I'm going to just look at what's happened this year. Let's look at just this year. Just this year. Started January pretty bullish. We're above that 1. That's where, right? That's where you want price to be fundamentally. These are week charts. We went straight up for what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 18 weeks. Small pullback here, pulled back, and where did it go? Price came right back to the average. Statistical concept called regression to the mean. We just pulled back to the average. It happens. And we hit this 20 so perfectly. Imagine knowing that that's where we were going, not because some guru like me told you, but because it's a statistical concept, a phenomenon that just plays out in any analysis of data. Everything goes back to the average at some point. Nothing stays bullish forever. Nothing stays bearish forever. Right? Got back in the uptrend. Got back above the 1. Made new highs. Japan had some issues, right? A couple weeks ago. Ran down to the 20 again. But because of Japan and a few other things, but primarily because of Japan, we went lower. We gapped down. We shot right back up. Pushed right back up. Back above the average. Notice how this bar right here got back above the average. This is literally like bulls. I'm going to use bulls and the Pistons just because I'm from Gary, Indiana, right? So I'm just using teams that had some, right? Bulls and Pistons. This is like the metaphor here to the data, like the translation is this is like the Bulls just winning, shooting shots, hitting on their side of the court. The Pistons steal the ball. Oh, run down to the other side of the court. Real quick, they get one steal, and then the Bulls grab it right back. We're right back on the bullish side of the data. Right? I could teach this stuff to kids because I have. You just got to find the right metaphor. So where are we now? September started. Matter of fact, let me go to the daily real quick and show y'all just what we did. Get a little bit closer. All right, so August, September, October of every year historically are the down months. One of those months is going to be the worst of the year every year. All right, why do I say that? Because that's what the data shows, which means there's a high probability. We want to think about data and all these things in that way. The things that consistently happen, all right, you can put a statistical lens to it. Every time you go to your favorite restaurant, that one specific meal you get is good. You've had it hundreds of times. That's like statistics working in your brain. You only order it because you know it's probably going to be good. You just aren't calculating the data to figure out where it is in terms of standard deviation away from the average. You're right. You're not actively doing that, but your brain is. That's why you keep getting that thing and why you trust it. It's statistically significant. You know it's going to be good because you've had it so often. All right. So what happened at the beginning of August? We actually were already under the bottom band. We pushed up to test the average and we just collapsed. Went right back down. Right back down. Right here. We tested the average. All right. We got the classic reversal. Anytime a market reverses, we're going to go from prices being under the bottom band to the top. Every single time on any asset, on any time frame. I'm giving y'all like keys to deeper fundamental analysis that almost nobody teaches. Every single time we go from bearish to bullish, we have to cross. We have to go from your side of the court to my side of the court. Have to. It's math. It's data. It's sports. It's everything. How do we switch sides? Even presidents, we go from Republican to Democrat, from Democrat to Republican. Got to switch sides. All right. And as we were here, beginning of September, we were peaking inside. We were actually stuck in this range. Let me get rid of this line for a second. I really want y'all to see these ranges. I'm just like, I talk to so many people throughout the week. And in periods like this, I'm like, do y'all not see this range? Why are you day trading hard? Why are you trading options hard after we've started ranging? At least by this day right here, 8/22, you should have at least been able to realize, 2 days in a row, we haven't moved. Ranges kill trades. It slows down and throws off your indicators because we're not getting the same consistent type of information, the same flow of information. All right. It changes your indicators just a little bit. It'll speed them up or slow them down. I can't fully explain that to you, but just trust me. It throws off your indicators when we start ranging. Some indicators are designed for low volatility markets. Some are designed for stronger, like more consistent volatility. But then how do you even measure volatility? Right? So we came out of that downtrend. We reversed. We got up above the band, which is where price loves to take off, and we will stay above that band. But once we started to stay in that range, it should have told you something. And this range lasted for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It took 9 days. It took 10 weeks. I mean, 10, almost 10 days, 2 weeks. Right? So I know I'm going backwards. But I say it all the time whenever you see me live. If you ever get the chance to join me in a class live, you're going to hear me talk a lot about ranges. Because they kill trades. They slow down. They throw off your bias. If you're in an options trade, this is why you need to buy more time as an options trader. Because even if you're right, even if price took off and you were bullish, you had some calls anywhere during that 10-day period. Even if we would have exploded to the upside, you still need time to suffer through that range. And you don't know when we're going to get stuck in a range. September started. We did not have enough bulls to buy. Smart bulls realized that. If you had the right system, you could see that we were not where price really needs to be to take off. Above the 1. That's why I call it the 1. It is the most important, perfect indicator that tells you what you actually need to know. All right. And that's just a pinch, really, of the whole system. But I can give you guys that for free. That's enough to help you stop losing right there. What did we do? We pulled back to September. We tested what? Tested the average. Tested the average. We pushed lower. We never broke the low. Notice that. Think about what I said. I said the downtrends fundamentally happen underneath that 1 standard deviation, -1, underneath that bottom band. Did we ever go lower? Did we get one candle to go lower? No. So did we ever truly have a downtrend? No. No. Nope. Strong pullback, 10% drop. Tested. Actually, let me make these circles. Get rid of all these. Push back up to test the average. Tested the average here. Back here when we started this move, ran down to the average, went lower, struggled, ranged inside that bar. Check that out. Another ugly range. Did you see this range? Pierced below it, stayed inside. Tested the 20. You should already knew where we were going. Close lower. Nice day. Strong rejection off the 20. It was telling you I'm about to go lower. Real quick drop, though. You only had a few days to make money. That's the thing about these short-term moves. They're short. We're like, think about that. Whenever you're short, it's a short-term opportunity. The market was designed to be bullish. It's always bullish. Millions of people don't go to work to not create value. We go to work to create value for shareholders who are holding shares, who own stocks, who are fundamentally bullish. If you're an investor, you're always bullish. So yes, the market is designed. It's right. It's our hope, our optimism that this country will continue to have companies with ethical leadership, good governance, guidance, blah, 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 strong products, all of that great stuff. That's what this is. So whenever you're short, be careful. It's a short-term opportunity. If we're talking about the S&P and the major stocks that follow it very well, the Apples, Nvidias, Chipotle, Targets, right? 2022, let me show y'all 2022 real quick. 2022, you should have been short. Why? Look at that. Underneath that bottom band. Came to test the 20. Push lower. Push back up to test the 20. Finally got a little bit higher, testing the top band. Not enough strength, going right back down. Were we above this top band anywhere in 2022? No. So why were you buying? Why were you buying calls? Because you don't have the right lens. And somebody didn't tell you this is data and math. And there's really, really, really smart and highly intelligent, educated people like me who went to business school for 5, 6, 7 years who are competing with you. And every time somebody loses, somebody wins. I don't like losing. What do you see this year? Bullish. 6% pullback, 10% pullback. What is this last pullback? Let me check this last one. Got back up right before beginning of September, about 5%. So we had a 6% pullback, a 10% pullback, a 5% pullback. Right back to new highs. 10% drop, 6% here. VIX spikes up to 20, new highs. VIX spikes up to 20 again. Japan makes it a little worse, 10% drop. VIX slowly changes direction, right back up to new highs. September, still a little shaky. 5% pullback. Perfectly. Where did we go? Right to that 20. I'm on a week chart here. I do dance around charts a little bit, so yeah, y'all got to know that when you're dealing with me. Let me check something real quick. Because I keep hearing that little clicking sound. I think some people might be talking to me. Okay. P. Bell said, once an active options coaching program. I just started my new class Monday of this week. We had a meet and greet. Tuesday, we had our first class yesterday. Really great class. Today, they got the video from yesterday. They got a quiz on what they learned yesterday, and they got a second video, which is like a lab from a previous class where I just go a little bit deeper with the content. It's intense. It's 4 weeks. It's like 70 hours of content. But I've done that model. This is like the 7th iteration. So go to limitlessclass.com. Put your name in the email and give me your email address, submit it. And I'll make sure you know about new classes. If you really are serious and you're like, oh, y'all are only 1 day in, I want to think about it. Can I maybe join? Yeah, you could join. I've had people do it before. You only miss one class. Reach out to me on Facebook. I'll give you the information. Okay. Jesus said, Decatur, what's up? Decatur, where's greater? My cousin Joel is out in Decatur. What's up? Okay. So let's take a look at you guys' stocks, your stocks. As a matter of fact, let me do this really quick. Let's check the ES, which is the S&P futures. Let's check futures today. What's been happening today? I'm on a 30-minute chart. Excuse me. Right off the open, big 30-minute bar, poking, trying to push lower. All right. You see the range? Right in there, going nowhere. So we tried to go lower, and technically we were bearish, right? But you really don't want to day trade on these days because everybody's kind of waiting. Smart traders are just chilling. They're patient. You don't have to trade on FOMC days. Usually you'll get days where the market will go straight across. We will get stuck inside of those bands, right? We'll literally just be, and that is the perfect sign that nobody's trading. Is when these positive one and negative one Bollinger Bands just go flat. Do not expect the trend. Stop trading. Have some patience. Everybody, people sign up for my classes. Everybody knows how much money they want to make daily, but you're not going to get a trade every day. What makes you even think you're going to get a trade every day? That's not even realistic. You'll get trade most days, don't get me wrong. But you'll get that 1 day out of the week. We just don't really go anywhere. Go do something else. All right. Okay, so let's take a quick look. Let's go to NVIDIA. Starting with the quarterly charts. The quarterly. Why? Because if you're dating somebody, Don't you want to know about their past? Don't you want to know about their character, their performance as a person who, right, as a boyfriend or girlfriend? I need to see your past performance. I want to talk about it. I want to know how you handle problems. I want to know if you're communicative, if you hold back when you're angry. Can you express? Can you still respect me when you don't like me and I said something a little mean? I didn't mean to say it, but I said it. That's past performance. That's all it is. It's the same thing as data, right? So trading to me like is a perfect metaphor for life. I think if you can learn to make good decisions here, it'll make you overall a better decision maker. It's a metaphor for life. So we got to go back. We got to always look backwards. Got to get some historical perspective. And let me take all these let me take these little corporate things off real quick. Where is that at? Where is that at? Okay. All right. So again, back here, this is what is that? 2016, crazy bullish pullback. Where did we pull back to? Quarterly chart, same principle. We pulled back to the 20. Didn't hit it perfect. Doesn't have to hit it perfect, but check that out. Huge, really bad quarter. And then we just ranged. We got stuck inside of that big ugly bar for a while. Finally broke out of it, closed above it, above the one. Several other factors, but bullish, hyper bullish, strong volatility. You can see it clearly. This is where you can just expect the best stocks to perform well. Quarterly chart, earnings. You only got 4 bars. 4 bars is the whole year. And what has NVIDIA done? Now, this was 2022. Was it? Yeah, 2022. Where did we go? Right back to where? To the average. Right back to the 20. And now we're here. All right. Now we're here. Oh, I'm sorry. Now we're here. So what are we doing now? Ranging. Uh-oh. This quarter's inside of last quarter. Still above the one. Strong volatility. Bullish. Hyper bullish. Yes. And there's a way to like re-engineer the data with any stock to be able to kind of forecast when we're going to make that inevitable move. Inevitable. Before we can get down here to the average, we got to get back down here to the one. So I could literally go the other way and teach you how to see the move as it's coming back down. Still just using statistics, because that's what trading is. You're playing a game of probability. If I go to the week, let's zoom in a little bit. So kind of the same thing, right? When the S&P had that 6% pullback, NVIDIA did too. When the S&P had that 10% pullback to its bottom band, NVIDIA did too. Right? Now here's what's interesting about NVIDIA. Matter of fact, let me kind of zoom out so y'all can see it. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. When these bands start to pinch and get really, really, really tight, it's only because it's like pressure building before something explodes. Right? So right in here, bands got really tight. You literally can measure it. The top band was 46, the bottom was 41. That's a $5, right? That means it's tight. Nobody's shooting the shot. Quarterbacks on both sides are scared to throw the ball. Defense scared to really tackle too hard. Bulls not really putting any size on the table, waiting for other people to put some size on the table. Bears almost afraid to short it. Nobody's really doing anything. The volatility's tight. It's tight. It's tight. And then we take off. Got to go one way or the other. Can't just sit in a tight range with low volatility forever. Got to move. Stocks have to die or thrive. And if you're trading something that dies and thrives so often that it's tough to trade it, stop trading it. There's thousands of stocks. Half the stocks I see people trading, I would never touch. because trading alone is hard enough by itself. It's already tough. A lot of variables, a lot of math, a lot of terms, the psychology. It's already tough enough. So don't make it even tougher by trading stocks that, when you apply a very simple lens like this, right, this Noble Woods method, it's not clear. It's all over the place. It's above the one, it's below. It's just chaotic. It's telling you something deeper about the company. People don't love it. All the stocks that people love that are, like, I would say, great for anybody to trade, they really all look the same. They really do. They really do. All right. So where we are right now, check this out. See how price, for the most part, for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 weeks, for the last 9 weeks on the video, we've been inside of these bands. What's going to happen is these bands are going to continue to get tighter. You're going to probably get some of your options contracts burned as we try to wait out that period. And a really strong move is coming. I'm not telling you it's going to be up or down. I don't know. But I know that pinch. I understand, like, what the data's doing. So you probably, if you love NVIDIA, you probably should be excited. I mean, I'm sure you are. It's like the darling of Wall Street that everybody loves anyway, right? But just that right there, that circle. And think about it like this for a second. If I take everything off my chart, like, if we're here, for those people who love price action, I just want to read pure price action. It's crazy. People get cocky about, like, oh, can you read pure price action? It's like, why would I not apply statistical tools to a statistical exercise like trading? That's crazy. You sound dumb to me. You sound ignorant when you talk about the glory of being able to read a price chart without any indicators. Bro, it's math. You need some mathematical tools, because what I'm showing you is, if we're just looking at a naked chart, yeah, you can see that we're kind of ranging in here, but you can't see those standard deviation lines, which help you to know if price is really getting compressed, if it's tight. You can see the trends before they even start if you learn how to re-engineer it backwards, which is literally what I've learned to do from years of losing, learning how to win. Like, you got to lose to learn how to win. You do. Or you could take a really great class with somebody like me who's done all of the losing for you and wants to help you get a better foundation, but you're still going to lose. You're still going to lose. You're still going to make mistakes. I still lose. All right. Don't be afraid of losing. Be afraid of not taking a shot because you're paralyzed and don't know what to do or why. All right, so in the video again, last 9 weeks, bands getting tighter. We might get stuck in a little range for a while. We got the Christmas rally coming. I don't know what else they have on the table coming, right? I love NVIDIA. But, you know, some people will tell you every single thing about, I kind of start here. All right. This is what really matters to me. And then it matches up with, like, the fundamentals, of course. So you need the fundamentals and the technicals, but you really need this statistical piece. All right. Okay. Let me see. Let me go back for a second. I don't know. Did I get any other stocks? I don't know if I got any other stocks from y'all. Let me see. Let me check my post. Wait a minute. Let me check this post. Where is it at? Okay. Let me see. I didn't get any other stocks. So, oh yeah. At the core, let's review real quick. Let's review. What did I cover today? What did I touch? New futures class starting October 14th. 4 weeks. It's intensive. About 70 weeks of content. I actually know futures better than options because I traded and struggled. I actually started off super successful when I started trading in like 2009. I was making like $500 to $1,000 every other day. So I started off winning and then I started struggling and I could not figure out why is what I'm doing not working. Because I did not realize I started trading in an easy year with low volatility. So once that European debt crisis and all that stuff started happening and what I was doing did not work, I didn't even know why it worked in the first place. I had such a basic understanding of why my system worked that when the volatility changed, everything else changed. And I literally went from winning all the time to I could not win. I didn't even understand what was happening. Right. So trust me. I know where you are if you're trading and struggling. I've been there. I've been there. I have. There's a persistence, a resiliency you need to have, but at the core, you really need the right education. It's amazing to me that I don't hear more quote unquote gurus, YouTube folks, really saying what this is. It's data analysis. It's forecasting. I learned about moving averages in a forecasting class in grad school. I learned about standard deviations in a statistics class in undergrad and grad school. And then I used some of that same lens, right? Even when I was working in corporate, doing what? Analyzing data to do what? Make decisions. That would do what? Better the company at the end of the day, benefit shareholder interest. It's all the same stuff. It's all the same. All right, to me, the way I look at the world. All right, so I love futures. I probably know futures better than options on some level. Yeah, I mean, I do because I spend more time with it. So again, go to the website, limitlessclass.com. I'll make sure there's a link down there so you guys can you can get the page, you can go through the information, make a sound decision. It's gonna be a fun 4 weeks. New president, whether it's Trump or Kamala Harris. Don't let your emotions and your bias to party, don't let it make you lose focus from the market. The market does not care. All right. So if you're gonna have an identity, be an investor. Noble, are you a Democrat or a liberal? I'm an investor. I'm a trader. What does that mean? That means I'm not going to let either one of those parties or people or policies, they're not going to slow me down from getting this. And as you can see, where we started from Trump's January to January, what was that? 66%. Biden got a little more time. Biden will probably end up. Christmas rally tends to happen right before right around Christmas, January. We're already at new highs. Today, FOMC will come out. We'll get more economic reports. Economy, I know inflation is hurting you, right? Everything's higher. I get it. How do you offset economy, though? Market. That's what people are missing. My cousin Joel, man, he's a live wire. I love him to death. He pissed some people off this week. Because he pretty much was like, yo, I don't know how you guys are living, but are you? And really at the core, all he was saying is, yo, I know the economy's tough. We all feel the effects of inflation. Yes, bills are higher. So what are you going to do? You're an adult. What are you going to do? You're going to watch people like me, like Joel. You're going to watch investors and traders seem to have a different perspective, a different piece during these rough times. You're going to tap into what we've tapped into, the markets, and get serious about it. Or you're just going to think politicians run your world. You're going to blame them 30 years from now when you can't sit on the beach doing whatever you want to do. Right? So that's the message. That's the message. This. Once you learn this, nobody can take it away from you. And think about it just for a second. Nancy Pelosi had this super, she did, I think it was like last November. She did a LEAP, long-term equity anticipation security, just a year out options contract on NVIDIA. You know she's made millions. People were all up in arms about it. Here's what I'm saying to you. Politicians are trying to get wealthy too. So guess what? Nobody really wants the stock market to collapse. Nobody inherently, no president, no policy. Why? Because they're all making their wealth through the same vehicle. So tap in. You have to and get some quality training. I do think I'm the best out. I really do. I've seen every class. I've seen every guru. Most of these people aren't really teaching you anything that's going to truly help you for years out. Years from now, what I'm teaching will still work because it worked 80 years ago. It's math. It's stats. Not going to change. It's not going to change. So, thanks for joining. I'm going to let you guys go. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Again, focus on the market. If you need some help, right, reach out directly to me. I'm on Facebook. Find me, Noble Woods the Third. Go to my class website, limitlessclass.com. I should have told y'all the whole, subscribe, click, make sure you like. I'm not like fully in YouTube mode yet, so I'm an educator, a teacher. I'm a trader. I love doing what I do, but yeah, click that like button. It helps. It helps. Talk to y'all later. This live show I'm taking it somewhere. I'm just kind of like testing some things right now. So 2025, I got some new stuff coming for y'all. A ton of videos, some new services, some new things that will help you fundamentally in a way that I honestly don't think anybody but me can help you. I know that's kind of like a big statement, but you got to claim what you know. So thanks for watching. Peace.